Hey, welcome back to Whitebelt Mobility. We are going to work on some soft tissue on the front of the thigh today, the quads. And there's more than one. So when I say quads, I'm doing it on purpose. What we're going to do is use a roller, and we're really going to work on the bottom half of the quad. You could certainly use this time to go top half of the quad, sort of middle of the thigh all the way to the hip. You could absolutely do that. Today, we're going to focus on the bottom half of the quad. So for most of our athletes, when we do a lot of high volume squatting, for example, wall ball throws or something along those lines, we tend to get more stiff and sore in the bottom half of the quad. The top half of the quad's another day, which we absolutely will take a crack at. But today we're going to work on bottom half of the thigh. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to lay on the roller. We're going to start at just above the kneecap. Now, you can have your other leg, in this case, my left leg, straight. But what that means is I have a lot of force on this roller. My whole body weight is taken on this roller. And I can handle this right now, but you might not be able to, which is okay. So here's the trick. Take your left knee and pull it up, almost like you're in a half child's pose. It takes a little bit of that force off of or that body weight off of the roller, and it allows people to get a little bit more work done without sort of vomiting in their mouth. So we're going to get just above the kneecap here, and what we're going to do is just move sort of back and forth, kind of get comfortable letting those tissues slide. You can even roll inside and outside. So go to the outside of the knee and then roll to the inside of the knee. I'm going to drop my knee here. I'm just going to roll back and forth. And once I feel comfortable there, I can even work on bending the leg, right? We can even work on flexing that knee, tacking and flossing the quad by pressing down and moving the knee. Now, there's a technique that the Ready State uses. We get a lot of our mobility techniques from the Ready State. They have a concept called contract and relax. And what that looks like is I'm going to contract. I'm going to hold that contraction for 4 seconds, and I'm going to slowly exhale. And what it does is allows the muscle to just sort of melt and relax a little bit. So here's what it looks like. We're going to inhale for 4 seconds. We're going to contract our quad into the roller for 4 seconds, and then slowly exhale for 8. So it's a 4-4-8 count. And that allows that muscle to just sort of relax. And once you feel like you're good to go, move it up a little bit, and we'll do sort of the same thing. What you'll find is by the knee, you're probably okay. Like you're able to handle a lot of compression. But as you get close to the middle of the thigh, that becomes much more aggressive for most people, which is okay. It's okay. You know, you're going to be sore and you're going to be stiff. It's okay. You can work through it. We're giving you strategies here, kind of manage some of that stiffness. Good. We can go one more spot. And again, I can roll inside all the way outside. For me, that outside close to the IT band becomes really, really, it gets my attention, as they say. Just gonna go back and forth, rolling side to side. Notice I'm rolling side to side here like I'm rolling or I'm eating an ear of corn. What I'm not doing is rolling up and down. Ready State talks about going cross-sectional, cross the muscle tissue as opposed to with it. You get a lot more bang for your buck in this soft tissue work. Cool. All right. We're going to switch sides. I'm going to flip directions so you can see what's going on. And again, notice I only went from the knee to about halfway. Anything beyond that, you can certainly spend more time and go there, knock yourself out. But today, we're only going to go top of the knee to about mid-thigh. So I'm going to acclimate right at the top of the kneecap. Slide, move it back and forth, get comfortable with those tissues moving. You can roll in and out. Bend the knee. This soft tissue is a really good activity to do prior to going to bed. You're effectively giving yourself a deep tissue massage. If you've ever had a massage, the first 10 minutes or so is just excruciating, right? You're like, oh my gosh, they're driving their elbow into my liver. And then by the end of it, you're drooling on the table, about to fall asleep. That's sort of how this works. So before bed is a really good time to do some of the soft tissue work because it down regulates you and promotes a little bit better sleep, which is always a good thing. So just still going side to side, nice and slow. You can go at your speed too. What you'll find is the faster you can go across, what's likely happening is you're less sensitive, right? But if you've got to go very slow, there's nothing wrong with this. Going slow is great, but it's likely that that tissue is just not ready for that speed. It just doesn't want to relax as easy as it could. Again, that'll come. That'll come. All right, one more spot. Roll it back up, middle of the thigh. Ooh, that IT band's gruesome. It's got my attention. Now, notice I'm going too fast here. So what happened is I rolled onto the IT band. I skipped over top of it, and I didn't really get any kind of work in that spot. So what I'm going to do is go nice and slow from the inside. Try to go as slow as I can. If I find a spot that's got a little bit more sensitivity, can contract and relax. Let that thing go. Give you another tip. Notice my right foot is now under my left leg. That has also taken a little bit of the weight off of that roller. And again, it makes it a little bit more manageable as I am really, really sensitive, or on days that I'm really, really sensitive. Once I feel like I'm good to go, I can take that foot out. And now I've got my whole weight on the roller. All right, I'm tapping out. Fantastic. So worked on quad tissue here, front of the leg. Tends to happen after squatting, heavy volume squatting days. All you need is a roller. You could use some sort of ball to do this as well, like a softball if you have that at home. You absolutely could do a quad smash with that implement as well. Smash your quads, make yourself feel better. We will see you next time.